but nobody looks like that. That's the craziest thing about Brock.
Brought to you by Bud Light. Raise one to right now. Mark Hunt.
Great to be back. I wanted to be back because I wanted to be back in the octagon again.
I think the question is, can he take what I got?
He can say what he wants because
this is going to be one of the biggest fights, knocking Brock out.
I'm not afraid of Mark 100, and now here I am at 200, and it's big.
UFC 100, 2 days shy of 7 years ago. Brock Lesnar, 4.5 years to take on the Super Samoan. Mark Hunt coming up back-to-back. First round message from UFC Hall of Famer Chuck the Iceman Liddell.
Invited to the most dangerous place on earth, Suplex City. So be like the Undertaker, victimized in Suplex City.
How long have I been thinking about coming back? I heard the first time. I was the UFC heavyweight champion. At the top of my career, I wasn't at the top of my game. I felt like I was cheated out of my career in the UFC. And I kept slipping back instead of moving forward. The phone, I called Dana White and said, listen, if there was any time, it would be for UFC 200.
Brock Lesnar is back.
Brock Lesnar is a legitimate freak athlete. In his 4th pro fight,
Heavyweight title on the line.
I feel like Brock Lesnar has a second lease on life as an MMA fighter, and capable of.
Can you see me now? Can you see me now?
The Super Dan Henderson, 45. Mark Hunt, 42. First round. 3 minutes, 41 seconds. Knockout. First round.
Mark Hunt, also in those fights, was in excellent shape. And,
You are Bud Light Prep Point. Bud Light. Raise one to right now. Mobile Arena, this state-of-the-art facility in Las Vegas. And if you're wondering about the Canadian flag, he has in the province of Saskatchewan, and he comes in looking in the best shape in Brock Lesnar.
that's what you think of when you think of a UFC heavyweight champion. You think they would look like that, but nobody looks like that. That's the craziest thing about Brock. I know this is something he's been preparing for quietly for a long time. He looks calm.
4 years, 6 months, 9 days ago. Thing. 38-year-old Brock Lesnar, 42-year-old Mark Hunt. Brock is much bigger.
Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, presenting Mark Super Samoa, a wrestler holding a professional record, 5 wins, 3 losses. He stands at 265.5 pounds. Fighting out of Regina, Saskatchewan, heavyweight champion, Brock Lesnar.
130, and that does not count Dan Miragliotta. Here we go. Fight Club. Brought to you by Bud Light. Raise one. Brock showing southpaw for a moment. He's looking for that kind of scooching down a little bit, Joe, anticipating from the University of Minnesota. 106-5 in his.
Look at that leg kick by Brock.
Yeah.
Or not as much. Whoa, swing and a miss.
competition story, more of a life story, and why he returned. And I love listening to him.
And the more time goes on, there's a single. He's got the leg.
Chasing the fence. Great job by Dan Miragliotta. This is how he finished Frank Mir. Hunt's starting to get up, though. And he's always calm, Joe.
He's lifting him up, and he's got him down. On top.
That is one big about carrying your opponent's weight. This redefines that expression. Brock looking for it again.
Hard shots by Lesnar. Scrambles back up to his feet.
And he's up. And Lesnar looks for 90 seconds.
Mark Hunt's going to hang on here. The round's almost up. Big round for Brock Lesnar. Here we see a big takedown.
Force him to come to you, hit the leg again.
Two of the best from the state of Minnesota.
He's going to try to come out with something big. Be ready, okay?
Of the knee. If Brock looks potentially from Hunt.
Mark Hunt is going to look to launch
Overhand right.
or the uppercut or anything, depending upon how he feels.
Be that big overhand right.
Or the uppercut or anything, depending upon.
Right, and Brock had it. Saw it coming, had it blocked.
Cross your fingers.
I'm going to talk about.
He doesn't need the fame. I mean, he's doing this to test himself. He's doing this because he doesn't feel like he never realized his full potential.
There was no quit in him. His health.
He's got to be real careful. He senses that Brock is slowing down or that he's not moving away quick enough. He's being lazy about. Hunt starts getting comfortable with these exchanges. Then things can get. But he certainly is threatening.
Yes. He began training MMA at age 28.
He ducked under, he got the single, but
Only the second fighter in UFC history.
a little flat-footed, taking some big deep breaths, feeling fatigued.
One was the night that Lesnar became the UFC heavyweight champion. It's one thing for one. After carrying Brock for most of that first 5 minutes.
Forehead. Might have hurt his hands. I mean, the way he's doing that.
Yeah. And the hammer fist on the ground and pound, Joe.
He ducked under that. He's looking for the single here. Brock hanging on here.
15 now. Dominant round one. Anybody's round two.
Okay, breathe. Hey. Now.
Right. When you get in there, then breathe, shoot with your hips. Bring your head and your hips up.
You got it.
Available at Ticketmaster.com. Bring it, boys.
Well, he's cautioning Brock on his
He did it twice in round one. And Dan literally knocked his
Mark. And Mark is going to come at him with punches. A shot. He's got the single. Can he complete it? It's a minute. And he gets it.
He's in a great position here to finish the fight.
And this also allows Brock time to rest, control the position. I mean, Brock's not even trying to pass. He's holding on to that left leg of Mark Hunt, sort of clamping. It looked like Dan was about to step them up.
Yeah.
His legs are completely wide open.
Hunt defending himself
with plenty of time to go.
It's one tough Samoan right there. Punches.
And he's beating him up as he's doing this.
Doesn't take much when you're led. Utilizing the Turk with the rest. He wants to finish in style.
Top 10 heavyweight.
It's a one of the greatest knockout artists in combat history. And retweet to win authentic items straight from tonight's fights.
Brock Lesnar!
Lesnar, Brock, first of all, what does it feel like to be back?
That's a different Brock. Way different Brock. Told Joe we're one of the most